Wait, is there a gift? There's no gift. There's no gift in it. I'm taking that back. That's rubbish. Absolutely. We are back with the Q&A. Again, a very highly anticipated video in this Christmas calendar. Now this year, I'm doing it a little bit differently. First of all, I'm not going to be saying who the questions are off. And I've also broken them down into 4 sections, including things like not actually Christmas questions, food and drink questions, Christmas dinner questions, and then general Christmas questions. And yeah, we're going to be going through 16 amazing questions. And yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get started. So we're going to start things off with the not so Christmassy questions. And the first one is, where did you and Kayleigh meet? Best wishes from the Netherlands. First of all, thank you to my fantastic viewer all the way from the Netherlands. The answer to your question is basically, we met at a theatre group. So when me and Kayleigh were younger, we went to a place called the Acorn Theatre. And we first met there. I think we were like aged, how old were we, like 12, 11 or so? I started and I think Kayleigh started after me. And yeah, we do like lots of different performances. We'd always do like a Christmas pantomime or a play at Christmas. And then we would do like a general musical or like theatrical performance. Theatrical? Whatever the word is. Performance throughout any other time of the year. And it was just really nice. Obviously, that's where me and Kayleigh met, and then we became really good friends. Then on January 16th of 2012, we began going out, and it's been perfect ever since then. So yeah, me and Kayleigh met at a theatre group. Beautiful question, thank you for that. The next question is, what's been the best thing you've done this year? It's got to be the proposal, to be honest. I mean, nothing will come close to that, like the build-up, to the execution, to the fantastic view.
So, happy anniversary. I want to bring you to this lovely view. So I could do this. Really, will you marry me?
Yeah. Thank you.
A little bit of the backstory. Basically, me and Kayleigh went to the Lake District for our 10-year anniversary on the 16th of January. Whilst we were there, we got up to all sorts. We had an afternoon tea, went to a spa, we went into Windermere, Ambleside, went to a lot of different places. But then on the actual day of the proposal, as I said, I took her for a spa day, and we went to the top of somewhere that was called Surprise View, where I got on one knee, said that I loved her, and asked her the question. And she said yes, she said thank you, and then she put the ring on herself, which is something that now I deeply regret, because that is something that I should have done, being the man of the proposal. But hey ho, it was done, it was amazing, it was magical, and I just could not fault anything about that entire holiday. Thank you for that question. Next question is, what holiday or outing has been the best this year? So there is 3, to be honest. The first one is, of course, Creamfields. Creamfields is just absolutely incredible. And obviously myself and David would go, well, this was the second time that we went. The Saturday we saw some banging artists. The Sunday we saw some even better artists. To be honest, I saw my all-time favourite, which is Scooter, which, to be honest, when me and Kayleigh first got together, I was kind of listening to Scooter, so it was quite nice to just see that, like, 10 years of, like, childhood EDM music, I'd say, and it was just incredible. And yeah, so Creamfields is one of the best, if not the best. The second one has to be Butlins. Yeah, this is just a little teddy bear that we bought from Butlins. But yeah, so Butlins was just fantastic. I mean, it was our kind of first holiday this year together. We did go camping earlier on in the year, and that kind of went pear-shaped. If you haven't already seen it, guys, check out the vlog, as you will see what happened on there. But yeah, it was a good holiday. We saw some fantastic artists, we ate some amazing food, we went out to the local places like Chapel, Ingermells, Fantasy Island, Skeggy? Yeah. Ate some really good gelato ice cream and got up to a lot of good stuff. The only fault to that holiday was probably our room. I booked like probably the most standard room you could get, and you couldn't really swing a cat in it. The bathroom was alright, shower was nice and warm, but the bed was uncomfortable. The TV was smaller than my phone screen, and yeah. Other than that though, Butlins was amazing. And the next place has to be Dorset. Like Dorset, probably hands down this year, was the best holiday. Of course, it was a family holiday with myself, Kayleigh, and mum and dad and Lottie. And it was just fantastic. I mean, we stayed in a really luxury caravan. Although again, beds in a caravan are absolutely shocking. The holiday was fantastic. Like the food was amazing. The places that we went to were just like unbeatable. Like Door, that was the first time I'd been there, and wow, it was just, I don't know, there's just something about it that was like really special. It just felt isolated. The water was green stroke blue stroke green, so that probably sounds a bit better. Just the mountainous landscapes and just everything was just like picture perfect. And then all the other places we went to, so like Swanage, which was the first place we went to, Bournemouth, which was like a city place, and there were more places where I can't really think at the moment, but yeah, it was just a great holiday. So yeah, Creekfields, Butlins and Dorset are our top 3 holidays stroke outings this year. Now, the next set of questions are kind of like general Christmas questions, nothing too specific, but are quite nice questions. So the first one is, we all know you both love Christmas, but have you thought about a festive wedding? Short answer, no. So mainly because me and Kayleigh, we both want a summer wedding. We want to get married outside. We want to get married in like a pagoda with obviously all the people outside with a luxury sun. Luxury sun? What's that? With the sun beaming down, hopefully not too hot, with obviously a violinist. I'd love that. And just lots of really nice, precious memories. Like in winter, the issues that you're going to have is the weather. Obviously, you could have an outside one and it could snow, but then it's going to be freezing cold, and you're there trying to say your vows, and you're like going brrr. So yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best thing. So yeah, for us, festive wedding is a big no-no. Summer wedding is a big go-go. What's your Christmas Day routine now that we're not restricted from COVID? Well, last year I caught COVID, so that kind of made a bummer on absolutely everything, hence why there wasn't a Christmas video. Hopefully this year, the plan of action is we are going to get up fairly early. We're going to open our presents, obviously me and Kayleigh. Then we are going to take a trip down to her parents' house, where we're going to open their presents and obviously give them theirs. We are going to have our Christmas dinner, probably head back to our house. Then my parents will come up, we'll open the gifts for them and from them. And then we'll play, we're going to have a buffet as well, can't forget the buffet. And then we're probably going to go on the Nintendo Switch, which you can't really see. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really good Christmas day. And fingers crossed, it's all going to go to plan, not like last year.
Corona, Corona, wow.
Yeah, good question, that, thank you. What is your favourite part about Christmas? So, if we're doing it as Christmas as a whole, there are a few things. The first one is putting up the decorations. I mean, I'm a really big, home decor person. I love doing tasks around the house where I'm creating new things. And putting up the Christmas decorations is by far one of my favourite things to do. Hence why I put a lot of effort into the whole
Turn on Christmas. Turn on Christmas.
Turn on Christmas video, which if you haven't seen, check out. It's absolutely incredible. Other things that we do, Christingles, that's like a tradition that we do. So that's just something that just makes it feel like Christmas. That's something that I like to do. Of course, Christmas dinner is just phenomenal because you kind of go above and beyond to make this best roast dinner. And you've got the Brussels sprouts, you've got 2 lots of meat, you've got the stuffing, the gravy, everything that comes on it, basically. That's another one. Obviously, opening presents, having that joy of being surprised.
It's the right time.
I know, it's a camera.
And also having that thought of gratefulness when somebody opens something and seeing how excited they are, or it's something that they weren't expecting to get, and you can just see that inside they're really happy, even though they might not necessarily show it on the outside, but you just kind of got that thing that's just you kind of have a boost of energy, a boost of morale, and it's just really nice. So yeah, they're the main things that I'd probably say about Christmas that's my favourite. Oh, and to be honest, there is one more thing. it's just being with family. One of the biggest things that when you live in a house, you don't really see your family a lot. Obviously, you can go out and chat to them and stuff. When you're working and things like that, you don't really see them. So being able just to go round, not worry about anyone being at work and stuff like that, even though I know some people will be at work, it's just kind of like really nice just to like sit down, chat, have a laugh, and just catch up with your family and your friends as well. So yeah, that's what I'd say to that question. What is your favourite Christmas bauble? Now for this question, I'm going to get out of my seat and explain our baubles. Now, if I was to specifically talk about my favourite baubles, the first ones that I would probably have to stick with are these two just here. The Coca-Cola bauble. Even though, I mean, they're not actually baubles, we kind of turn them into baubles. We put some like fishing twine around the lid. Basically, we went to see the Christmas lorry twice, and we got a new Coca-Cola bauble stroke can from those. Other ones we've got are this one. So this was probably one of the first baubles that Kayleigh ever bought me. We tried to do it as like a tradition where we both buy each other like a bauble every year. So obviously I've probably got this one. I can't even remember if I bought her that one now. I definitely bought her this one here, which is a bit broken. So it's actually like a little nativity thing inside of a glass globe. This is probably one of Kayleigh's favourites and most important. You can probably read that without the flash on the phone. Baby Kayleigh's First Christmas, 1996. So that's obviously very, very special. Going up, we have got a camera. So this was the one that Kayleigh bought me a few years ago. Obviously, because I do the vlogging. Yeah, that was for that one. The Nutcracker, which, to be honest, always reminds me of my 12 Days of Christmas that I used to do.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my best friend gave to me 5 gold coins, 4 snowflakes, 3 mince pies, 2 Christmas trees, and a wonderful Christmas cracker.
So obviously that's quite important. This one, so mine and Kayleigh's friend, her child, when he was, well, when it was his first Christmas, he produced a little footprint. We turned that into a bauble. We've got these ones here, off of my mum. I'm facing the wrong way around for some reason. To be honest, that is literally what we look like in our pyjamas, without my funny hat on. But yeah, Kayleigh and Adam just there, looking very, very nice. We have got this one here, which is the year of the lockdown of 2020, followed by this one, which, to be honest, a lot of people disagree with, but it was my COVID test from last year when I tested positive for Christmas. And then this one is probably the final one, which is a bauble that we got on 2020, in 2020 even, for our first Christmas in our new home. And it is shaped like a key. And yeah, they are the baubles. So for the next question, it is basically, what is your favourite Christmas cracker gift stroke joke? Now, when I first saw this question, I thought, wow. But then I also thought, Christmas crackers, you don't really get favourite gifts. However, I prepared one earlier. So this is said Christmas cracker. So we've got a trivia. We've got a Hum That Tune trivia charades. We've got a question. Have I got a joke? I've got a orange. Got an orange hat. Everyone used to call me big-headed. Proved you wrong. Here we go. Wait, is there a gift? There's no gift. There's no gift in it. I'm taking that back. That's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. So, you ready for this? Question. Why are fish easy to weigh? Because they have their own scales. That is embarrassing. That is stupid. Absolutely stupid. Yeah, I don't really have a favourite joke, because they're all dad jokes. What do you call a sheep on a trampoline? A woolly jumper. But favourite gift? To be honest, I'd probably go with either, feels like I'm going to rip that, nail clippers or a bottle opener. Like, you sometimes get a dice, but like, what's the point in that? Like, what, you play Monopoly and you've lost a dice, so you get a spare one or something, I don't know. Dice is pointless. The other one, right, they don't do it anymore, but can you remember them stupid red fish that you used to get that apparently could read your mind? So you'd like hold your hand out, you'd put a red fish on. I've not got one anywhere, but it was like made of plastic. You'd put it on and it'd like start rippling. I don't know how it used to work, but it was called like the magic fish, or the fish that could read your mind, or it was something rubbish. But yeah, if you can remember that, then that was probably the worst one. Absolutely pointless they were. Anyway, there's your answer to that question. What are you and Kayleigh hoping to get for Christmas this year? So, I make a wish list every year, and this year on my wish list was a GoPro Hero 9, which I know I have got because I bought it myself. Tickets to see a West End musical, because obviously, as I said, me and Kayleigh are really into that type of stuff. A Fitbit, some aftershave. I did want Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but I'm probably sacking that off because, yeah, I'm too old for games. And probably just like some chocolate, some sweets. So that's probably what I'd probably say for that. And then for Kayleigh, she has asked for a turbo mop. She's asked for a window vacuum by Karcher. She's asked for tickets to go and see the Stranger Things experience in London. And then some other things that I won't say because I told you those ones because she like literally wrote a list to me asking for those 3. But there's a few other things that I've bought her, me personally, that I'm not going to say in the video because I know she's going to watch this, and she's going to wonder what they are. So yeah, there's the answer to that question. What pub/restaurant do the best festive menu? So we've been to a fair few places that do festive menus, and there is one that stands out, but I will quickly run through them to tell you. So basically, you've got McDonald's, you've got places that are local to us, the Cannon, that's a Sizzler pub, and then the Mill House, which was a Sizzler pub, but now it's an independent pub, and then you've also got Revolution in Nottingham, which we went to last week, and then you've also got TGI's. So McDonald's never really fail with a Christmas menu, however I do believe this year they have. The Big Tasty. Like, what's that about? What is the Big Tasty about? I mean, they bring it out halfway through the year as like a summer thing, then they bring it out again at like Christmas and they call it the Christmas burger. But it's not the Christmas burger. Don't get me wrong, it's very, very tasty. But then more importantly, I think they've focused more this year on what's it called? McFlurries. In particular, Celebration McFlurry. However, although that is also very nice, I do think they should stick with the Terry's Chocolate Orange one because they never really bring out any orange flavoured McFlurries ever. They always bring out something that comes with a chocolate sauce or a caramel, or obviously the strawberry one that they do, or like the Aero Peppermint that they did as well last year. But yeah, so that is just McDonald's festive yet not festive menu. Then you've got the Cannon and Mill House. I mean, they're very similar. They just do pub food. When we went a few years ago, we had things like beer battered mushrooms, and then you'd probably just have like a steak or something like that. Yeah, I can't really remember what we had. And then it was like a chocolate orange sundae possibly or something. And then obviously the main one, which is probably our favourite, has to be TGI Fridays. You got obviously the choice of a 3-course meal. For a starter, although they didn't do it last year when we had it, I had it the year before, and it was a roast dinner Sunday as opposed to a Sunday roast dinner. So basically it was a giant Sunday glass with turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, mashed potato, and then like crushed onions on top, and it was insane. Like, it was just incredible. Like, if I could have that as my Christmas dinner, even though it wouldn't really fill me, I would probably have that because it was top notch. For main, I would usually have a steak. However, last year we went for the sesame seed chicken strips because they are probably the best thing on the menu. And then again for dessert, it was a chocolate orange brownie, which I'll be honest with you, was mediocre. I think because they serve the brownie warm, the ice cream melts. So you end up with like this gloopy orange mess. Tastes alright, but like the actual execution of the menu was dessert was not on point. And then obviously you can choose Christmas cocktails, and I had a purple rain Kayleigh went for a zombie. Yeah, that was TGI's. And then obviously Revolution, we had the afternoon tea. We had the festive one. It was all right. It was very nice. Apart from the mince pie schmore that they had. I wasn't really a big fan of that. So, yeah. But that is the answer to that question. What is the best present you've ever been given? I get asked this quite a lot. And usually I would say my bike that I got when I was 5. However, when I think long and hard about it, I'd probably say either yeah. PS4 or 3. Probably, I think it was the 3 actually. It was back when me and Dan were sharing a console because they were quite expensive back in the day. I mean, they're expensive now. I've not really thought about this question. Most questions I've thought about before recording the video, but this wasn't one of them. Maybe like my first ever camera, just because that kind of got me into the whole photography, videography side of stuff. But then at the same time as well, I wouldn't really say that I've got a best Christmas present. I mean, every year I'm grateful for whatever I get, apart from the next question that we'll talk about in a moment. I don't want to come across like there is a best present, because to me, every present is the best. There's not really a true winner. But obviously, I was probably the most excited when I opened that PS3. I think it was like Uncharted 2 that I had with that. And it was so good. Oh, it was Wheelman. That were it. Vin Diesel's Wheelman. That was the first game I got. Batman, Arkham something. There was something, probably a FIFA game. Yeah. But anyway. On to the next question, which is the worst present you've ever received. That chuffing inflatable basketball thing that you probably may have heard if you've seen this videos before. Basically, it's a blow-up inflatable basketball thing, and you have these little, like, plastic balls that are filled with air, and you've got to chuck them, and you have to get them through the hoop. However, as discussed previously, this was the most pointless present ever, purely because when we had it, I blew it up, there was a puncture in it, so you'd blow it up. So instead of it being like tall with a hoop around it, it'd just be like, so it wasn't the best. And obviously whenever you used to chuck the balls, because it didn't weigh anything, if the balls hit the side, it'd just go the other way. And it was just completely pointless. So the worst present I ever had was that I don't even know what it was called, inflatable basketball thing. So, yeah, there's the answer to those 2 questions. Now we're going on to the final 4, which is more related to like food and drink and the Christmas dinner side of stuff. So the first question is, what is your favourite celebration chocolate? That's tricky because usually I don't pick Celebrations as my go-to chocolates. I usually pick Cadbury's Heroes. But Celebrations, definitely not Bounty, nor Snicker. They can go for all I care. Milky Way, and Malteser are like mediocre. Probably best would be Galaxy Caramel. Galaxy again can start off. Twix and Mars. Like, they are banging. They are like my favourite sweets. So obviously if you was ever to give me box Celebrations, expect the Twix, the Mars and the Galaxy Caramels to go straight away. But expect to see the Bounties and Snickers there until they run out of date. So yeah. Favourite Christmas chocolate? Celebration is that one. What is your favourite Christmas cheese? Now, this question got asked 2 years ago, and I bought myself a selection of different cheeses. We, of course, did a taste test, and it wouldn't be Christmas without my favourite of those, which is, of course... Wait there a minute. Oh, my leg's gone dead. Chuffing stocking. This one here, which I think it's is it double Gloucester with onion and garlic inside. Now, little disclaimer as well, I've got a bit of a cold, so if my voice sounds a bit croaky, that's why. Cheese is not going to help because it's thick. Clogs up my throat. I can't really taste it. As weird as it sounds, I've been eating this with spring onions. Tell you what. Funny I say that, here's one I prepared earlier. Cheese and onion. cheese and onion. It just tastes fantastic. Anyway. Back to the questions. Next question, will you be having red cabbage this year? What do you think? No. Play Merry Christmas Everybody by Shakin' Stevens.
Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens from Spotify.
Yo. The story of red cabbage is as follows. Gravy's falling all around me. My dad's complaining about my mum. She overcooked the turkey and brought out the red cabbage. That's a Christmas with the Colemans. There you go. Of course, you probably heard that last year if you watched this video. But there you go again. No, I will not be having red cabbage this Christmas. So the next question is, what's on the menu for Christmas dinner this year? So obviously, previously in the video I've already mentioned, this year we are going to Kayleigh's mum and dad, which does mean that me and Kayleigh aren't making the Christmas dinner this year. So yeah, things are going to be a little bit different. I've got a little menu actually on my tablet of what we're going to be eating. So the food is as follows. We're not going to be having a starter because when you have a 3-course meal, you're then like bloated and you can't do anything. So we're sticking with the 2-course. For the meat, we are going to be going for beef and turkey. Then we're going to be having Yorkshire pudding, stuffing, parsnips, carrots, mashed potatoes, peas, roast potatoes. Obviously gravy, that Kayleigh's missed off this list. And then for dessert, we're going to be having a Viennetta, which I believe is a Swiss roll made of ice cream, but I could be wrong. In fact, what's a Viennetta?
Viennetta is a British brand of ice cream cake made by Unilever and sold under the various Heartbrand brands around the world.
Okay.
The original Viennetta consists of several rippled layers of ice cream separated by thin layers of sprayed-on compound chocolate.
Swiss roll.
It is currently available in vanilla and mint. Viennetta was launched by British ice cream company Walls in 1982.
Okay. Thank you. There you go. There's a nice little bit of information for you about Viennettas. Moving on, the very, very final question is, what is your favourite Christmas cocktail stroke fruity cider? It's too early to do a taste test, so sorry to the person that wrote this question, I won't be doing a taste test. However, obviously, my favourite cider is Kopberg Strawberry Lime, without a doubt. Favourite cocktail, though, is probably Purple Rain. Now, you may argue and say it's not a Christmas cocktail, but you know what? Just twist it. It's purple snow. If you have it done in a cocktail bar where they use crushed ice, the ice on top looks like snow, so it can have purple snow. As long as it's not yellow snow, we're fine, so purple will be alright. Obviously, I was having a look before this video. There are things like, obviously, eggnog, which I never really tried and don't really plan on trying. Mulled wine, big no-no, I don't like wine anyway. Mulled cider, which could be alright, but they never really do it with strawberry and lime. It's always apple cider, and I'm not really a big fan of that. And there's also things like the Snowball, which is like a custardy, textury drink, which doesn't sound very nice. But yeah, I've not really got a favourite Christmas cocktail that you'd class as a Christmas cocktail. So yeah, we'll stick with Purple Snow. But yeah, guys, that brings me to the end of this year's Christmas calendar video of the Q&A. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Big thank you to everyone that's took part this year. I can take off this stupid hat. Until next time, guys, I bid you all farewell. Bye-bye.